Hello students, today we are going to study the poem Aunt Jennifer's Tigers written by Adrienne Rich. Before we start with the poem, here is some food for thought for you. Every animal usually has a defining or dominant personality trait. Think of your favorite animal and try to define which character trait endears it to you. Now, think of the characteristics of tigers as we find out about Aunt Jennifer's tigers. Before we start with the poem, let us learn about the poet Adrienne Rich. Adrienne Rich was born in Baltimore, Maryland in 1929. She was an American essayist and poet. After graduating from Radcliffe University, she moved to New York and began writing poetry. Her famous poetry collections are A Change of World, 1951, Necessities of Life, 1966, Leaflets, 1966, and Diving into the Wreck, 1973. Of Woman Born, Motherhood, Its Experience and Institution, Poetry and Commitment, an Essay, and A Human Eye, Essays on Art and Society are some of her non-fictional works. She campaigned lifelong for civil rights, the rights of women, and her ardent feminism is reflected in her later works. Let us now begin with the poem. Here is the first stanza of the poem. Aunt Jennifer's tigers prance across a screen, bright topaz denizens of a world of green. They do not fear the men beneath the tree, they pace in sleek chivalric certainty. Note that in the first stanza of the poem, the poet does not tell us explicitly whether Aunt Jennifer's tigers are her pets or fictional creatures. The only word that hints that they are not living beings is screen. We do not even know what this screen refers to, whether a painted screen or a television screen. A lively and regal image of the tigers is conveyed to us. They prance and pace in their natural green habitat, the forests. They are unfettered or free and do not fear the men or hunters roaming beneath the trees. The words denizens and chivalry personify them and tell us of their royal and polite manners. Their bodies are sleek and bright topaz or orange-yellow in color. The imagery of the topaz stone conveys the glowing color of the tigers. It also tells us that Aunt Jennifer prizes them and finds them precious. Now, we move on to the second stanza, where we begin to understand that Aunt Jennifer is knitting her tigers. Aunt Jennifer's finger fluttering through her wool find even the ivory needle hard to pull. The massive weight of Uncle's wedding band sits heavily upon Aunt Jennifer's hand. Notice the movement of Aunt Jennifer's fingers. They flutter or move unsteadily and shakily as she knits her woolen tigers. Her shaking fingers tell us that she is nervous and scared. She finds it hard to pull her ivory needle. Her heavy wedding ring restricts the movement of her hands. She feels the weight of this band so much that it has restricted and stunted her movements. Symbolically, this tells us that Aunt Jennifer is trapped within an unhappy marriage and she feels the weight or burden of her husband's domination. Her mental sufferings make her timid and anxious about weaving the tigers on the tapestry. For a long time, women have been afraid to express themselves imaginatively, creatively, and artistically. Aunt Jennifer is no exception. Adrienne Rich's activism for women's rights and her engagement with the feminist movement reflects in the way she describes Aunt Jennifer's condition to us. From the first two stanzas of the poem, we find that Aunt Jennifer's timid nature is a direct contrast to the boldness of the tigers. She conveys her desires to be courageous and free through her artwork. Next, we come to the third and final stanza of the poem. When Aunt is dead, her terrified hands will lie, still ringed with ordeals she was mastered by. The tigers in the panel that she made will go on prancing, proud and unafraid. These lines tell us that Aunt Jennifer will find no respite in her lifetime. After her death, her terrified hands will still bear the weight of her wedding ring. Terrified hand is a transferred epithet. A transferred epithet is a figure of speech where an adjective qualifies a noun which is different from the person or thing it is actually describing. Here, it is Aunt Jennifer who is actually terrified, but this epithet is transferred to her hands. The words terrified and ringed tell us of her encaged and trapped life within the confines of an oppressive marriage. A ring bears the shape of a circle, which represents confinement. It is therefore a very potent symbol for the kind of suffocating, restrictive relationship that her marriage has become. However, her trials and tribulations will not reflect in her tapestry of the tigers. Her carefully woven bright topaz tigers will be as lively and proud as ever and outlive her. Aunt Jennifer could not take inspiration from her art and break free from the shackles of her marriage like the way her tigers roamed around regally. She will be immortalized through her art and find a way to defy or rebel against the patriarchal or male-dominated society through it. However, the poem ironically also talks about how art escapes the kind of oppression that artists or creators themselves cannot escape in real life, and how our daily existence makes us all submit to daily injustices and oppression without protesting. For most people, suffering is a quiet living through until death saves them. With that, we come to the end of Rish's dark and quietly rebellious poem. This might have reminded you of The Trees, another poem by Rish you studied in your Class 10 board examinations. Think about the similarities between the two poems and discuss them with your friends. We will meet you in the recap video of the same poem. Goodbye.